for us to drive down, Tim did a nice job calling some plays, and then Adam kicked as good a field goal as I've seen Adam kick since he's been here. It was 49-yarder, and I think it would have been good from about 55 or 60, so really happy with Adam. Then came out in the second half. They get the ball first. Nick DeLuca, so happy for Nick. We don't, Travis Beck didn't play today, and Nick got his first start, and he's a good football player, and he just needs game reps and snaps, and he got a bunch of them today. So I was really pleased with Nick getting the big interception, turning that into points, and then we kind of rolled from there. But this is a good win. It's a tough place to come and play. I thought it was really loud. I thought the environment was great. I was so happy our fans showed up because you could definitely hear the Bison Nation out there. We were happy that they were here, and I'll open up to any questions.
Coach, you've been waiting for Nick DeLuca to really kind of find his footing. Where did you see it today that this is the guy we've been waiting for 2 years?
Well, we thought he was always a good football player, Don, but it's just hard to break the lineup at linebacker for us over the last few years. And the key for Nick was he took every rep with the ones throughout the week, and then we were going to make a game-time decision with Travis, and Travis came out and just couldn't quite push off and couldn't quite accelerate. So Nick knew that it was his time, and he's had it. He earned the opportunity. Like I told him, nobody handed you this opportunity, Nick. You earned the opportunity. I was really happy for him.
Just talk about practice today, not only on the ground, but in the pass game again. Just talk about him being able to show up and pass.
Yeah, how many carries did he have today? 23. Okay. If we can get him close to 30 touches, between 25 and 30 touches, that'd be ideal for us. And him catching the ball in the backfield, he's got great hands. We just got to find ways to get him the football in space because, as you can see, he's pretty special in space. I thought Carson did an unbelievable job finding him on the one touchdown that he threw. But John's a special player, obviously.
Injuries?
Jeremy Kelly re-aggravated his back. He's had a back issue dating back to last spring, and we'll find out more. But he just kind of re-aggravated that, and that's the only one that jumps out at me.
Where's the 3 touchdown passes? Number Broad, did you see him finding some other targets?
Yeah, what a great catch by RJ. I kind of saw it from a distance, but it looked like he adjusted to the ball and made a great play. Lucas Albers has really stepped up. Kevin's another kid that we tried to go through warm-ups and couldn't go, and so we shelved him today. And obviously Lucas has really stepped up and did a great job in the passing game. With Bonnet doing what he can do with the run game, and then having Lucas in the passing game. Once we get Kevin back, we're going to have another weapon.
You moved Carlton outside?
Give credit to Carlton. Unbelievable what that kid can do. He came here, played Sam Backer his freshman year, then was a nickel Mike in just a nickel defense, and then we moved him to Mike from Sam when Gio got hurt last year. This week we said, okay, Carlton, you're going to go play the Will Backer, which is still in the box for us. But he said, okay, I'll figure that out. And I said, and by the way, once they get to a spread set or 11 personnel, you're going to go play the nickel spot. So it shows you the type of player he is and how smart a football player Carlton Littlejohn is. He's now played 5 positions for us.
Chris, it seemed like Joe was pulling out all stops to pull one out here. Fake punt, rushing the punt heavily.
Yep.
That surprised you in any way?
No, Joe's a great football coach. He had those kids ready to play today, and I knew they would be ready to go. Sometimes the worst thing is you end up playing a team after they had a really disappointing outing, and I know that Joe was disappointed in their performance against Missouri State, so I knew they were going to be ready to go. And we've kind of hammered it into our players all week that everybody's excited to play the Bison, and Joe was going to have those guys ready to go, but he did. He pulled out all the stops and had a couple of successful plays.
RJ had his best day, over 100 yards. What about his growth?
Not only is he growing, but Carson's feeling more and more comfortable. I thought they rolled their coverage to Vra a few times to try to take him away, and that allowed RJ some single coverage, and RJ really did a great job. And we moved RJ around. I mean, that's not easy for a true freshman. He's an outside receiver. Then his touchdown catch, I believe, was in the slot. So we're doing a lot of things with RJ as well, and he's a real smart kid that can figure out our offense.
Carson seemed like he got a little frustrated there at the end, maybe not being able to complete in the end zone for a touchdown, and you guys going with a field goal. What can you just say about his competitiveness and how much he puts on himself?
Well, he's competitive, but shoot, give South Dakota credit. I thought they played great coverage, and those kids didn't quit. You know, I thought USD did a great job against us in the red zone. We were able to get a couple of plays. We thought we had to play with Lucas on his touchdown, and then we broke a couple runs. But you know, Carson is really competitive. But I give credit to South Dakota. They played dynamite red zone defense today.
King had over 100 yards and just 10 rushes. It seems like every game it seems he's this close to breaking a big one. You continue to see if you're going to give him the ball more?
You bet, and he's got a, you know, we've got a good 1-2 punch, and obviously he got more carries than Chase, but you know, we saw Chase a little bit even at fullback today and did some other things. We got to have all three of those guys as the season continues to move forward.
Glad to have this one behind you. Talking to you all week, it kind of seems like you had a lot of respect for Joe and what they might be able to do.
Oh, shoot, I'm glad to get them all behind us. You know, it doesn't. Everybody knows wins in this league are so difficult to get that it's almost, you guys talk about it, it's not so much survive and advance, but just survive. You know, everybody is going to give us their best shot, and we've got to make sure our kids prepare for success on Saturday. And I thought I credit our seniors again. The preparation they had this week was really good. They were on point. They weren't going to let the young guys fall into a lull of, oh, USD's 0-3, we're 3-0. They didn't play very well. They'll probably lay down. Now, not a Joe Glenn coach football team.
What is your assessment of what Joe's trying to build?
Well, he's doing it the right way with the high school kids, for sure. He's doing it the right way. He gets those kids to play hard. I was really impressed with his schemes today because he did a lot of things different defensively than he did against Missouri State in the previous week, and he gave us some fits, I thought, for the first half for sure in the running game, and we had to be able to throw it, and then they put pressure on Carson. And I'm an Earl fan. I think that kid's a good quarterback, and they weren't going to let Kyle get to him. They max protect. They knew where Kyle was at. Everybody should know where Kyle's at. And but I thought they did a good job with their scheme. And our kids made plays. You know, give our guys credit. They made plays when they had to. C.J. Smith makes an unbelievable interception. You know, we talked about Nick's interception. We got the fumble, stripped the football. You know, turnovers are key in the Missouri Valley, and we were able to get some of those today.
Don't you think the Western Illinois game may have been the perfect wake-up call? The offense has scored now 35+ the last 3 games.
I don't know. You know, if it's a wake-up call or not. Western's a good team, and Western really took it to us that day, and they've proven out to be a really good football team. But we just are continuing to grow. Our offensive line, our defensive line are always going to be the key to success for the Bison, and we're continuing to get better at those positions. We're not there yet. We know it. Our kids will not, you know, become complacent and think we've arrived. We haven't arrived. We've got a lot of work to do for us to have our ultimate goal, which is to win the Missouri Valley Conference.
What do you think sets apart your defense from other defenses in the FCS? What makes it so much?
I don't know a lot of other defenses. I only know this one. Our kids play hard. That's the one thing I'll say is our kids really play hard. They buy into what we try to preach to them as far as understanding the scheme, understanding the concepts of what an offense is doing. There's a lot of good defenses out there. I kind of focus on the Bison, and they just play so hard, and they're so competitive.